Hey everybody, we're here at 46 Farbrook Lane in Short Hills. We have an estate we're working on. The family doesn't live locally, so we have Amanda Damasek, the real estate agent, is going to let us in. We're going to do a little walk through the house. The guys will show up, and we have some stuff being kept for the family that we're going to be packing, and we're going to be clearing out this house over the next week. So, come on.
Hello.
Hi Amanda,
there.
How are you?
Hi, I'm Amanda from Prominent Properties, Sotheby's International Realty.
And what areas do you usually work in, Amanda?
I cover all the New York City train lines that have access to New York City. But this location is the Deerfield School District and a very special location on Farbrook Road.
As you can see, when we first come in this room, it's untouched. So this is like 1960s, mid-century, what everybody wants now, but this is the real deal. And as we walk through, we'll be looking at, there's a lot of different furniture here from American makers and as well as some Scandinavian makers that we'll be going through. And we discussed before that, first we thought that the house was gonna maybe be a teardown, but now, just because of what people want with this mid-century look, the layout is really great here.
It's a great layout. There's a lot of possibilities here, and this house is just so dated, it's just modern today.
It's so dated that it's modern. Amanda said that, keep that in mind. So, as we first walk into this entryway, we have this really cool slate floor, which is really great. And right off the bat, we're looking over to the right here. This is maybe en garde, but we'll take a look at this. We can see this typical Danish chair. Wide, deep seat. We have some nice curves to the arms. And let's see if we have a mark on here. We do not have a mark. Usually we would have a Danish control sticker here saying it was made in Denmark and shipped out. So I'm gonna have to take a little look into this and we'll get back to you on that. Over here we also have a nice console. Okay, so this is a Harvey Prober, which is an American designer. Again, not the prettiest color, but just a nice design. And again, remember, with all the mid-century modern furniture, we can always do refinishing. It's really not going to affect the value because some of these colors are really not in vogue. The furniture and the shapes are, but not the colors. We're going to leave the light, even though that's a great light there in the entryway. Usually anything that's attached, we're leaving in the house. Today the washer and dryer don't really work, so we're going to be taking those out, but everything else stays that's attached to the house. And we have, we didn't even get out of this front room, and we have this great coffee table, so I'm going to crawl underneath it here and take a little look. Oh, ducks. Okay, so this is also Scandinavian. As with all the other furniture makers, we always, once we find the company, then we can find who the designer is. The cool thing here is we come in, we have a split, we have going down, and then we also have two wings here. Downstairs we'll go in a little bit. It's a basement, but not like a dark and dingy basement. It actually walks out to a workroom and the garage, so you have easy access coming in. And then you could also, it's finished down there, but that would be great for a family room downstairs. And then the cool thing is we have, the house is separated into the wing having all the bedrooms in it, and the wing having the dining room, a study, and the kitchen in it. But we're gonna walk first back into here. When we come down here, watch, we have two steps. We still have some of this traditional furniture that we haven't been doing quite well with. Something like these tables and this kind of thing. The market just really isn't strong for that. Sometimes we're finding people are doing chalk painting with it and changing the hardware or milk painting over everything. But then as we go around, we see the family is keeping a lot of this artwork, but there's a lot of smalls for us to go through. And remember, in the hierarchy of selling stuff on the secondary market, it's usually dollar per value. So the easiest thing to sell is jewelry. It's small and everybody can have thousands of pieces of it. Then we move up to objects that we call smalls, which I've been telling you about, which are decorative items, lamps, vases, and different things like that. Then we move into art, easy to store, flat, easy to ship, and then the most difficult stuff comes in with the furniture because once somebody has a dining room table, they're not dining room table collectors. So as we move through here, this really is not going to be much for us in here to auction because all the artwork the family's taking. These things are really traditional, but they're so funky that we may give them a try. Something a little neat here. This is actually like an Asian lunchbox. So food would be delivered in this. That's kind of cool. Not that old, but still a nice little interest piece. Now we're gonna move this way to the side of the house that has all the family utility stuff, which we mean by the kitchen and the dining room and here. Still have this mid-century modern. We've got this, this great bar And again, we'll come back. Once we get these objects into the gallery, we'll do a whole breakdown of each object and tell you the maker, where they're from, and everything like that. And the same thing here and here. When we're going through the dining room stuff, what we're looking for, you know, there's been a paradigm shift in the way we eat and the way we do things. So what used to be, everybody used to want China because you'd go to somebody's house and they would have everything set out, and then after you ate, everyone would have to hand wash all the dishes. We really don't eat like that anymore. Most of the time it's like, hey, everything's lined up in the kitchen, grab what you want, and then come down. We're gonna spend time talking instead of worrying about washing the plates. Again, there's caveats to all of this. So if we still have plates that are herring or Meissen or you know, a better maker, they're still gonna do well, as opposed to if we have something like a Mikasa or something like that, there's not really much a demand for that. So when we're looking for this, we're looking for higher end dishware. We're also gonna take a good look at all of the silver and silver plate, because there's an intrinsic value in silver. You know, even if we don't have Tiffany & Company or George Jensen or something like that, the price has gone up significantly where the melt value is significant. And as far as the plate goes, if you know, they've been plating for hundreds of years, so if it's really old plate, it still does well. If not, we can still put them together in a lot, and we do find that people from like the United Kingdom are still buying plate, and we're shipping a lot over there. So that's just some broad strokes in this room. We're gonna come over here to the den. Now the den, again, we have all this mid-century modern stuff around. This chair, anytime we're looking at a sofa and we see these peg legs coming down at the caps at the end of them, we know it's a good sofa. Nice clean lines, and you know, not too much going on. Reupholstered, this would be a great sofa. And then we can come back through here. We're gonna have to go through all these books like a needle in a haystack, but we're gonna take a look at them anyway. This kind of leather chair, there's a whole new collecting thing called the Gentleman's Auction, which is kind of like a leather-bound book type of thing for a study. So that can still do well, as of course we have another mid-century modern table here. And this desk also has got that Scandinavian look to it. The globes do well, especially ones like this that light up. So that'll be something that we're going to take a look at. We have a little risque picture here that really doesn't go with anything. Ooh, this always scares me. I don't know what's up here. I don't know if I asked what's up here. We're not even gonna open that now. So as we come into here, again, kind of not much going. This is an interesting little lamp, but not much going on in these in the kids' bedrooms here. These are just whatever kind of furniture. So there's really nothing in here but family stuff. So that's it. Keep an eye out. This stuff. Some of the curated stuff is going to be in our auction. That is going to be in the beginning of December. The uncurated stuff, it's going to be in January. So we're pretty packed up right now. We have a whole bunch of clothing auction coming up. The Ledoux auction, ethnographic auction is up now. And I don't know, am I supposed to say like, subscribe, and all that nonsense? I don't know, but ugh. All right, thank you. See you guys later.